Hi, I'm Jean Edelman. For decades, I've been a student of the healing arts: Reiki, traditional Chinese medicine, homeopathy, acupuncture, plant-based, and macrobiotic cooking. Join me on this journey and hear my word of the week. Great to be with you this week. This week, I want to ask the question, can we talk? Last week, I was sharing about going to college, getting back to school, and all the emotions that go along with these life changes. And I want to make sure that we're talking about these emotions and sharing these emotions, because I'll bet sharing these emotions will help others open up and feel like they're not alone. And that is a good thing. But this week, I'm laughing at myself. Here I am, 65. My dad's been gone for 2 years, and we, kids, there's 4 of us, are just finding a box of memories he kept hidden away in the back of a closet. The things we're finding out about my dad, I feel bad. I feel bad he never talked about them, and I feel bad he felt he could not talk about them. I feel bad because he held all this angst and fear and judgment all these many years. I hope now that he is at peace and he can heal, and he knows that we love him. And we would have loved him no matter what. But just having a glimpse into what his life was like would have given us 4 children greater perspective. But we all knew that he loved my mom, and we all knew that he loved us, and he knew that we loved him. But I want to move on, because this is not the first time that I've heard of hidden family secrets. So I want to ask the question, as a human, why do we do that? Why don't we feel we can share our lives with those we love and those that love us? So I truthfully think that there's nothing we shouldn't be able to talk about. If we can hold in our hearts that we did the best we could at the time, with age comes the wisdom, and that is what the learning is about. If we can stop judging others so they feel safe to share, that's truly the key. If we don't feel, and this is my caveat for the week, is if we don't feel we can talk to family and friends, well, let's go find a safe haven and let's go find someone that we can talk with and we can work things out. Because we need to remember that no one's better than anyone else. We all put our pants on one leg at a time, and we all start with 0, and we all have a finite number of days on this planet. We shouldn't feel embarrassed about our life. We shouldn't feel embarrassed about our life circumstances. It is so helpful to open up, because then others can learn a little bit more about us. And when we share, others can gain perspective, so that when we share, having that perspective about someone else, then we'll understand, oh, that's why they said that, or that's why they didn't want to do that. That perspective is so healthy and so helpful, but all we have to do is open our mouth and talk. We just need to talk. So here I am at 65, and I feel silly. I never asked more questions of my grandparents and my parents, because when they're gone, so's the smaller details of their story and their life. For example, my grandmother, I knew she was one of 12. Some of the children stayed in Ireland, and the others were sent to the United States. So how scary is that? Or as a parent, how would you do that? Would you send a young child to the United States or send them somewhere else to live and be raised by someone? I would have loved to have dived deeper into that with my grandmother if I was just wise enough to do it. But knowing just that she came as a young woman, it did give us perspective of her views of family, of her work ethic. I mean, oh my gosh, she was a single mom in the 30s and 40s. She had 2 jobs, raised 2 sons. I mean, who has the stamina and the wherewithal to do that? I don't know. But I wish I'd asked and I wish I'd talked more to her because in our teens and our 20s, we're so self engrossed. And in our 30s and 40s, we're building our life and our family. In our 50s and 60s, well, that's when we do start getting smarter and we start looking around and we would love to know more, but it's too late. Our elders are gone. And then one day we find that box of memories in the closet with not as many answers as questions that we have. So here's our action item for the week. If our grandparents are alive, sit down and have a wonderful talk. Ask questions, be engaged, ask about their life. If our parents are still alive, do the same. What was it like to grow up? My mom was one of 7. She was the youngest. She does talk about it, which is fun. But there's so many more questions, and we need to make sure we ask them before they're gone. So this week, my word of the week is talk. The T is for tact, behaving in a gentle manner when dealing with an issue. When someone shares a difficult situation or topic with us, and we often don't know what to say or how to react. Sometimes no words are okay. Sometimes just listening and letting the person talk can be the most helpful thing we can do because it helps them release, it helps them heal, and it helps them move forward. The A is for acclaim, an expression of approval,
of recognition and praise.
Maybe others don't want to share because they want our approval and praise, and if they share something difficult, they feel that our opinion of them may change. Please, when we're hurting,
and we need to share,
and we need to talk, approval and praise, we would admire someone more because of the difficulties that they've gone through, and then understanding and knowing what they've gone through. So please, please talk, because praise and approval does not matter. What matters is our mental health and being able to heal and move forward. The L is for love, because that's all any of us want. But loving ourselves is really the greatest job. But the only way to do that is to know ourselves and love ourselves enough to let others know our darkness, know our hurt, know our pain, and then help us see that light that shines within us.
We all have it.
Don't be fooled. We all have it. The K is for kindred, people that are closely related, similar or alike. We've often heard of a kindred spirit. We're all the same. We're the family of humans, the human family. We're humanity. And yes, humanity has been and can be unkind and brutal, and we all have the wounds. But remembering our connection helps us work through these wounds of humanity. I wish you all a great week. I want you to remember that we are an earth school and learning is the journey and love is the lesson, loving ourselves, loving others. And remember that life comes from us and life is for us. Have a wonderful week, everyone.